Hey guys, this is Karthika Kantwal from Apex FinServe and I'm back with your daily dose of charts for tomorrow's trading session. Equity and indices, both the sides. Now today we have a different set of scripts, so let's go there. Talking about today's trades, today's market, the expiry session, it was a green trading session, but talking about the watch list in particular, the one that we shared with you guys, it was more or less NPNL break even because we had the target and the other one was an SL. So for the watch list, not an exciting trading session, but as a complete trading session, it was on the green side, and I hope the same goes for you too. So without wasting much time, let's move on to the charts for tomorrow's trading session. Now starting with the first one that we have is Jubilant Foods. Now Jubilant Foodworks, it has been making the same swing highs since the past week or so. Every time it has been rejected from 2300, so that has established itself as a strong supply zone at this point of time. So we are going to take a short position there for a quick 1% with the stop loss going at 23.25. Now I expect this one to be a swift trade, so let's see how this one goes. Moving on to the next one, Bajaj Auto. Now Bajaj Auto, as you can see on the charts on the hourly time frame, it has been quite range. It has been in quite a range from the 3rd all the way till today. The range has been approximately 29.25 to 28.75 more or less. So we are going to go for a breakout trades on this one because every time, as you can see, the candles have been rejected on the upside, but the dip has been getting shallower, or it has made some lower highs. The range on the downside has been contracting, whereas the upside rejection has been from the same point at 29.35. So we are going to go for a breakout trade on this one. We are going to go long above 29.30 if that is being sustained. Stop loss going at 2900, and it's a breakout trade, so ideal targets of anywhere between 0.8 to 1% would be nice. Moving on to the next one, ACC. ACC too, we are going to go for a breakout trade. So if you can see today's movement, it took a strong support from the 1300 levels, and then it had a very good up move. Now the last two candles, they have broken the previous swing high. So now we are going to take it. There are two ways to take an entry. Either you can go for a long position at 1325 or so at the retracement, and the second one is you can go for long if the previous swing high at 1360 is being broken. Now this momentum was particularly strong, so it is quite a possibility that in tomorrow's opening the momentum can be carried on. So if that is the case, we'd like to take an aggressive position on this one by above 1360. Stop loss at 1345. Ideal targets are breakout 0.8 to 1%. Moving on to the next one, TVS. TVS, you have a very good established demand zone at 430. If you can see on the hourly time frame, very few candles have actually managed to close under that level, even if it has tried pushing past it in a very strong manner. So we are going to go for a long position at 430, stop loss at 425. Now this one has also been in a range from 430 to 440, and it is more or less at the upper ceiling of that range at 438. So it doesn't really make sense to be overly aggressive and then go for a short position at 440 itself in tomorrow's opening. So we are going to go for a slightly conservative approach for longs at 430, stop loss at 425, ideal targets 1%. Moving on to the next one, Biocon. Now Biocon, we are going to go for a breakout trade. I told you guys, pharma sector has been witnessing some strong buying pressure. So the idea here is to take a long position as soon as you have a break of the previous swing high at 435. So very simple trade this one, buy above 435, stop loss at 430, ideal targets 1% on the upside. Moving on to the next one, Titan. Now Titan 2 is a breakout trade. If you can see, I have plotted it on the chart. You have a downward channel in Titan. Now the thing is, the channel has been getting weaker because if you can see, or if you can simply measure the relative depth of the lower lows that it has made, so that has been decreasing. So we are going to go for a long position once it is going to break out of the channel, as well as it is going to break the previous swing high of 1165. So you have a double confirmation of sorts. So it is a long above 1165, stop loss at 1150, ideal targets 0.8 to 1% on as it is a breakout rate. Moving on to the next one, BPCL. Now BPCL, we are going to go for a simple role reversal trade. We have a resistance turn support at 420. It has been a strong support and resistance every time it has interacted with the price. So we are going to go for a long at 420, stop loss at 415, ideal targets 1% on the upside. The final equity one that we have is a breakdown trade. Now Mindtree, if you can just switch I'll show you the daily time frame. So we had a bearish engulfing at the swing high. If you remember, I had shared the charts on the group a couple of days ago. So we had a bearish engulfing on the swing high, which is a bearish signal, and engulfing ka high is still protected. So you can go for aggressive shorts once these two engulfing dojis or indecisive candles ka low gets broken at 1165. So we are going to go for a breakdown trade under 1165 or short under 1165, which has also acted as a good level of support in the past. So once that breaks, we can be certain that we are going to have a good sell-off coming in this one. So we are going to go short under 1165, stop loss at 1180. Ideal targets are 1% on the downside. Now coming to my favorite part, the indices. So we have a fresh expiry. So I will be focusing more on the charts and less on the option chain. Now coming to the charts, if you remember yesterday's, so we had two zones, and I told you guys zone ka breakout here, so you can go for that. So if you have followed that, then well, you might have had a good expiry trading session today. That worked out very, very nicely. Now for tomorrow, we have two zones. The first one is the middle one at 11,430, which is the key zone. If that is being sustained tomorrow first hour or so, you can expect it to reach 11,500. If not, it will come back to 11,360, 11,350. Now for option chain confirmation, we have immediate resistance. As I said, 11,500 is the target if it breaks out. So we have immediate resistance at 11,500 with 883,000 added contracts. Significant at 11,700. Pretty high with 574,000 added contracts. Now on the support side, we have immediate support at 11,400 with 994,000 added contracts, and significant at 11,300 with almost 900,000 added contracts. So the support is pretty strong on both the strikes. Let's see whichever way it goes tomorrow. I would say if you're a conservative trader, wait for the breakout of these two zones, 11,480 and 11,360. If you're an aggressive trader, you can go for counter trend trades at either of these zones, depending on the kind of confirmation that you get in the live markets. That is up to you and your trading system. Now coming to my favorite index, the Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty for tomorrow is stuck between a range, pretty much the same range that we had yesterday too, 22,600 and 22,200. It has been playing ping pong for these ranges. So depending on whichever direction breaks, you can expect a swift 150 to 200 points up move or down move respectively. Now coming to the option chain, we have immediate resistance at 22,500 with 255,000 added contracts, significant at 23,000 with 211,000 added contracts. On the support side, we have 22,400 with 69,000 added contracts, and significant at 22,000 with 209,000 added contracts. Now the key thing is we have equally high put writing at 22,500. Jitna calls written hai, almost utna hi puts written hai. So that is a very, very important level. If that is being sustained, you can expect an up move to 22,600, 22,650. If that is not being sustained, then you can expect a down move to anywhere between 22,350 to 22,400. It's like a swift 100 points move either side. So 22,500 is a key level for sustenance. For the up move or down move, whatever it may be, on Bank Nifty. Let's see how it goes tomorrow. As usual, if you want to trade on the indices, my suggestion is to wait for the initial 30 to 45 minutes, establish a bias based on the price action, and then take entries in a calculated manner on the basis of that very bias. Now these are all the charts that I had to discuss with you guys for today. I hope you guys like the analysis, like the charts. If you do, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and well, press that bell notification icon too. As always, if you want any of these charts or any of the analysis material that we share, check us out on Telegram @ApexFinzo. You'll find all of this there, Instagram and Twitter too. And well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good green trading session tomorrow and a fantastic weekend to follow. Have a good night. Bye.